Welcome to our video on the future of sustainable architecture. As cities continue to grow and the population rises, it's more important than ever to ensure that our buildings are designed with the sustainability in mind. But what does that actually mean? How are the architects and builders working to achieve it? Firstly, what is sustainable architecture, you may ask? Sustainable architecture is the practice of designing and building structures in an environmentally responsible manner. In the future, we can expect to see a greater focus on using renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power. Additionally, there will likely be an increased use of green building materials and construction methods that minimize waste and pollution. Buildings will also be designed to be more energy efficient through the use of insulated walls, windows, and roofing, and also by incorporating natural lighting and ventilation. Furthermore, sustainable architecture will also be focusing on the water management and waste management. The goal of sustainable architecture is to basically create structures that are both functional and environmental friendly, while also promoting a healthy living and working environment for people who use them. Sustainable architecture in the future will also likely focus on creating buildings that are adaptable to changing environmental conditions. This could include designing buildings that can withstand extreme weather events such as hurricanes and floods, as well as designing buildings that can be easily retrofitted to incorporate new technologies as they become available. Another important aspect to mention on sustainable architecture is the use of smart building technology such as building management systems, BMS. These devices basically help to optimize energy usage and reduce waste. These systems can monitor and control various building functions such as lighting, heating, and cooling in real time and can be configured to respond to changes in occupancy and weather conditions. Sustainable architecture also includes a focus on creating livable and walkable communities. This means designing buildings and infrastructure that encourage people to walk, cycle, or use public transportation rather than driving, which can reduce carbon emissions and improve public health. One of the key aspects of sustainable architecture is the use of materials and construction techniques that have a low environmental impact. This can include the use of recycled or reclaimed materials, or the incorporation of renewable energy sources like solar or wind power. Another important aspect is energy efficiency. By designing buildings that use less energy to begin with and incorporating features like natural ventilation and daylighting, we can reduce the overall energy consumption of a building and decrease its carbon footprint. Green roofs and walls are becoming an increasingly popular feature in sustainable architecture. Not only do they help to absorb and filter rainwater, but they also provide insulation and can help to cool a building in hot weather. Another emerging trend in sustainable architecture is the use of biophilic design. This is the incorporation of elements of nature into the built environment, such as courtyard gardens, or the use of natural materials like wood and stone. There are many different certifications and rating systems that are used to evaluate the sustainability of a building, such as LEED or BREEAM. These provide framework for designers and builders to work within and be a useful tool to ensure the building meets certain standards. An example of a building that has certification is 100 Liverpool Street, which is based in the UK. Climate change is increasing around the world, especially in London where the rise of pollution and carbon dioxide is high. These are occurring due to the way of society functions and the transportation for public and construction methods. The construction of 100 Liverpool Street minimizes material waste by reusing 32% of its retaining steel framework and 49% of the concrete. So previously, 100 Liverpool Street was a different type of building than it is now. It is a much more sustainable building as healthier materials are chosen and the materials that created pollution are retained. So they just renovated the building in a more sustainable fashion, taking careful consideration into the type of materials used by thinking about what could be kept to salvage and what couldn't. The use of healthy materials on this building reduced carbon footprints, meaning not using polluting materials and rather applying adaptable materials. So the scheme applied to this building achieved a BREEAM outstanding with the necessary reduction in CO2 emissions met by the effective thermal envelope of the design and structural services. While there is still a long way to go before all buildings are truly sustainable, the future of architecture looks bright, with new technologies and materials emerging all the time and growing awareness of the importance of sustainability. We can be confident that the buildings of the future will be more energy efficient, more resilient, and more beautiful than ever. Alright guys, we came to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video on the future of sustainable art. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Comment down below any of your thoughts and your opinions on sustainability. If you subscribed, I'll write back to you. See you in the next video.